No, I am not a believer in that, but at least it ends the season on a high note, and it gives Scott Hariss enough information, I would say, to make good baseball decisions, which he's going to do. And we're going to talk about some of those baseball decisions right now. In our final segment, the Peanut Gallery, let's talk about Miguel Cabrera and his farewell tour. It came out this weekend that the Tigers, president of baseball operations, Scott Hariss, you're going to keep hearing that name, and you're going to hear that name a lot over the next few weeks as we discuss the Tigers and their offseason plans. But Hariss and AJ Hinch and Miguel Cabrera sat down, and they fully intend to bring him back to the team in 2023. Which they should. I mean, this is the obvious decision to make. You cannot just get rid of Miguel Cabrera. That he made the right decision. You can say, we don't need him. He's taking up a roster spot. It does not matter. This is Miguel Cabrera. This is a guy that has spent a lot of time in Detroit. He is an absolute legend in Detroit. You do not cast those guys away. I understand that nostalgia is a powerful drug. I get it. And if there were a way to pay him and put him into some type of advisory role or something like that, I get that. I understand that. And even when I interviewed Lynn Henning, and Lynn said that he thinks that the doctors and AJ and Scott Hariss will all get together and they'll kind of discuss and make a plan that Miguel's pride is he wants to be a great player, and if he doesn't feel like he can, he'll step away. Sure, and that could happen during the season. But I've also discussed on this show how the Tigers can have a Pujols-ian kind of renaissance if they limit the usage of Miggy during the season, specifically during the first half of the season. Only let him bat against lefties. Let him get, one full game during a series and then maybe come off the bench to pinch hit. But the reality is that he's going to be back in 2023, and it is going to be his farewell tour, as it should be. Because he's earned that right. What that role will be and how often he is in the lineup is yet to be seen. But this was Scott Harris's number one decision that he had to make this offseason, and he's already made the right one. You cannot get rid of a Miguel Cabrera. He will be in a Tigers uniform through the end of his contract, which is next season. Now, does he finish the season? I don't know. Maybe they have plans to have a Miguel Cabrera weekend and send him off, kind of like they did with Victor Martinez a few years ago. But this was the right decision. He will come back, he will play, and this will be a farewell tour, as we saw Pujols have, this season. And don't forget, the schedule is changing next season. So Miguel's going to be in a lot more ballparks for a lot more, pomp and circumstance. Again, not a bad thing for one of the greatest right-handed hitters, not only of this generation, but of all time. This is the right decision. So check mark for Scott Hariss. Good job on decision number one. Way to go. Congratulations for getting it right, which was obvious, right? There was no way you were going to get this wrong, but I applaud you for doing the right thing. And let's not forget, in that report, he also said that he had they had a conversation, and Miguel knows what he needs to do to uphold the standards that they want to uphold, to be a part of this team. So now the onus is also on Miguel Cabrera to come back, ready to play in 2023, and be a contributing member of this team. Miguel said he's going to get stronger. He's going to get the knee healthier. That's good. And hopefully, through enough acquisitions, he can go down in the lineup and have less pressure on him as well. So kudos. 2023 is off to a great start because the number one decision that needed to be made was made. And it was the correct decision. So, Tigers fans, gear up because 2023 is going to be about a new direction and sending off an old legend. That's going to do it for us here on The Corner. I am AJ Reilly. I want to thank you for stopping by. I want to remind you that I will be back on Thursday to recap this series with the Seattle Mariners, and there will be no preview because there's no other series after this one. The baseball season ends on Wednesday. We will gear up for the playoffs on Thursday as well. And then, moving forward, we will be going live once a week to discuss baseball because you can never get too much baseball. I will see you then on Thursday. And until then, as always, go Tigers.